Hey guys, Dave and Jamie here at BowHunterPlanet.com, and on today's show we have Obsession bows, and we're always excited to do Obsession. We've been working on them for a while, but Obsession has come out of nowhere in the industry a couple years back and just really pushing the limits. Speed, attractive looking bows that have great color schemes and shootability. They shoot great. They lock in very well to position when you draw them back. Brace heights are always a good number for these bows, and they're super fast. The DEFCON 6 is definitely an exciting bow. It's got speeds of up to 360 feet per second. Axle on this bow is 32.25 inches. The brace height is 6 inches. The draw weights range 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, and 70 pounds. The draw length is 23.5 to 30, which is a huge gap there. The physical weight of the DEFCON 6 is actually 4.2 pounds, and the let-off is 80%. Surprisingly, as comfortable as the K34 is, it actually is shooting 344 feet per second. So it's extremely shootable with speed, and it is really, clocking heavy on the speed side. Well, I was very surprised by that, being how comfortable it is. The axle is 34 inches, the brace height is 7 inches, the draw weights are 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, and 70 pounds. Draw lengths are 24 to 30.5 inches. The physical weight of this bow is 4 pounds, and the let-off is 80%.
Obsession launched a bunch of new bows this year. We got the DEFCON 6 over here, and we have one of the K models, the K34 over here. As you can see, there's a little bit different design between the regular Obsessions and the K models. Both great shooters. The DEFCON 6, that was so fast.
Well, the DEFCON 6 is the flagship. This is the bow right here. If you want the best bow that Obsession has to offer for speed and powerhouse, this would probably be it. This bow is super fast, and when you see it in the video come off the arrow, you're going to know right off the bat. It's interesting, this year they did this bow with Axion suppression, and they did that bow with one Axion, but then limb savers as well. So I don't know if they're going to make a full conversion or not. I haven't heard. We'll find out more as we go. The nice part about this bow is it did change a little bit in style compared to some of the older ones. I think more in the riser region, you see a lot of the difference there. Whereas the K models are pretty much brand new. We haven't seen that yet. And to be honest with you, I have to say that I'm very impressed with this bow. The shooting on this bow was awesome. I mean, it really, when you locked in position, when you drew it back, it was smooth, and it hit the draw stops. It was solid. I mean, it was
very accurate.
Very accurate. It was fast enough. I'm sure it's not nearly as fast as the DEFCON 6, but then again, depending on what you're going after, if you're looking for super comfort, this bow was that. I mean, it was all of that. So the models have changed over the years of Obsession. We have a Fusion here, and I just wanted to show the difference here between these two bows, the new DEFCON 6 and the Fusion. Now, the K model is completely different, so it wouldn't even look anything like this. The biggest things I noticed right off the bat is the riser is different. Right away, you can see that the way they cut the riser, it has the same angles to it, but the way they cut it is much different in the upper riser region there. And then as you get to the bottom, you can see it's a lot more slanted on the DEFCON 6. It's a whole different slant, actually. You can see it goes straight out that way a lot further. But both great bows. Last year's models were awesome just as well, and you can see from the color schemes, which we always talk about Obsession, I mean, they're just gorgeous. They launch some of the coolest looking color bows out there with the cams. They're not scared to paint everything, basically, or anodize or whatever, but it's nice when they do that. It gives the consumer options, which is really important. So the DEFCON 6 and the new bows are featured. They have a Cryptek this year, which is completely different than what they've done in the past. So they still have the Stormy Hardwoods. They have the Cryptek. I think they even offer some Realtree there now. So they have a lot of options at Obsession, the colors you can get. It's important to note that, Obsession, their slogan, we say it every time, is change or get left behind. And, and every time we do a video for Obsession, we say the same thing. We agree. You have to change with the times, and Obsession has done that. They've come out of nowhere, just exploding the industry, creating amazing things, and really pushing the limits. So my hat's off to Obsession as usual. They've done it again. Another great year with Obsession, and they're not scared to launch a ton of new bows, which is what we're talking about. So they launched a whole big line of bows. You're not talking one bow or two. They launched like 12 or 15. There's just a ton. Even a shoot-through, target bows. I mean, just pretty much everything. So anyhow, Dave and Jamie here. Make sure you go to obsessionbows.com to learn more about their lineup, and check out also all their other new bows they have this year. We'll see you next time.